In this video, my dad and I will explain to you about the bitter gourd, also known as the bitter melon.
On the bitter gourd itself, it has a it's bitter in taste, but the good thing is that it is having a lot of medicinal values. That it controls the blood sugar level, especially for diabetic people. Also, it has some good uh, effects on when people trying to do dieting and trying to become slim. It helps. It also has properties that helps to reduces the hypertension. So all in all, it's a very good vegetable to grow. Of course, it's bitter, but there are many ways that you can cook to get out of the bitterness and still be tasty for you. There are a couple of things that you need to take care in order to grow healthy bitter gourd plant. The first thing is about the how to start. So the best way, or the way I know of, is to starting from the seeds. So there are many websites that sells this online. I got this from online too. It's cost about $2. You cannot find this thing generally in the Lowe's or the kind of Home Depot stuff, kind of stuff, because they are very special. So the seeds look like this. They are very tough on the outside. Make a little pinch around this area somewhere here and there so that the water can go in and the plants can start grow faster. I planted about 2 seeds inside this basket. You can see there's one here, there's one here. Um, um, Initially I was planning to plant them from the ground, but this time I tried to do it from the container. But as you can see, I have put the container to go inside the ground. The purpose behind that is that even if this container gets dry because there's no water, there's a chances that the leaves, the roots of the plant can go below and be able to still get the water in case of dryness. So also it helps to when we water the container, the water, so because of the it's going into the ground, the water doesn't get dispersed anywhere else, but instead below the container. The location, these are tropical kind of plants. They really like hot sun. They produce well as well as they grow well in the hot sunny place. You should plant at least about 8 to 10 hours of sun for this plant. The other thing is that because they are vines, it is good to grow along the place where they can get the support. They are very good climbers, and they do have very tender vines, tentacles that comes up, and then they are able to grow up and pick up wherever they get a support. You can see that they are pretty good in finding the right support, thing to catch and hold on to it. Fence is a very good place where I found, this is the first time I'm doing, but it really worked out very well. They are able to spread. You can see nearly about 20 feet across. Only thing I do is whenever they go down on the floor, then I just pick them up and then try to give them some support on the top, and then from there they pick it up. So it took about 2 months. I planted them around March, April time frame. I kept them inside, but for some time. But then when the sun was hot, became about 80 degrees Fahrenheit, I put them out and they started to climb. It took about 2 months for them to form this plant, and after that they started producing fruits.
I'm Surya, and I'm going to explain to you about the male and female flower part of the bitter gourd. The male flower will be a small thing like this, and it won't have a small fruit growing in the back. The female flower, on the other hand, though, it'll have a tiny little fruit growing in the back, and that's how the fruit comes. And the way the male flower gets the pollen to the female flower is that when an insect lands on the male flower to get nectar, it will get some pollen from the male flower, and then when it comes to the female flower, it will deposit that pollen. So then the fruit will start growing. After the flower pollen, it takes about 7 or 8 days for the fruit to fully mature into a full-grown bitter gourd. Here's what just a 1-day-old pollination fruit looks like. you is what a fully matured plant looks like for ready to pick. Ready,
Fully mature fruit, I guess.
It's a fully matured fruit to be ready to be picked.
It's about watering. So it is important to keep the plant watered regularly, especially when you're growing in container. You have to keep them moist almost all the time. So during hot summer months, I would recommend you to water once in the morning and one in the afternoon. Or the one another way to do is to have a big plastic container at the bottom, so that the water is filled up there, so that whenever the plant needs, it can take it from there. So it is important to keep the plant watered and the soil moist in order for healthy fruits bearing of this plant. Each plant can produce lots of fruits. It is important to keep picking the fruits when they become mature, because otherwise if you keep them too long in the plant and the plant stop producing. As you can see, this is vine from two plants. I wanted to show you how many fruits this plant has in these two plants. You can see quite a many of them. Small one. These are all about 3-4 days old. This guy is ready to be picked. Some more about 6-7 days. This one maybe 2-3 days. Again, someone here. Some of the things you may not be able to see it, so because the colors are the same, you have to keep your extra eye thought. You have to think through the plant and see where potentially you can see these hiding berries, melons, so that you don't let them become fruit and then become seeded, so that the plant stop producing. So there's quite a lot for a single family. So one plant is good enough if you're not a family is not big favorite of bitter gourd, but if you need 2 of them, it will not do any harm.
Hi, my name is Satya and I'm going to tell you how to harvest bitter gourd. It's not recommended to pluck this plant by hand because the vine or plant may be damaged. It is recommended to harvest it by knife or scissors. This is how you harvest the bitter gourd.
Wow, that's good. Nice. Can you yeah.
I'm not going to eat it.
You're not going to eat it? Let's go and do some more harvesting with this watermelon. There's one here. I think it's good. It's good.
Show 'em.
Here's your big one.
It's enough. Okay.
So
Okay,
many.
just hold it. I think we come to the end of this video. This video is all about encouraging everyone to garden. I found success in growing these nice bitter melons this year, so I wish you also like it, and then you can also try to plant some of them and try your garden. That's about for now. See you in the next video. Bye for now.